Right, here we go. Here's another idea for you for a Tinkercad design for your fidget spinner. So what I thought we'd do is probably the simplest one to do, which is we're going to do a circular fidget spinner. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the middle. I'm going to change the sides over here to 64. Just makes it really smooth. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to make my design 8mm thick, because that works with our bearing. Okay, and then I'm going to change this to 90. Now I can press shift and then drag on a corner and I can see it increase. There you go, and it increases in proportion, which is really good. So I'm just going to move this over here a bit, and so I want this to be 90mm. That's 89. Oh, can I do it? Yes, there you go. So there's our fidget spinner. Now you see it's made it taller, so I'm going to make it thinner again. Make that down to 8. Okay, so there's just a circular spinner. Now, obviously, I need to put a hole in the centre, so I'm going to do that first. Just put that in there. I'm going to make this, I think ours are going around about 22.2 to 22.4, so let's go in the middle. We'll say 22.3. Obviously, you need to check using the template we've made which one you're going to size you need. Okay, so a nice cool thing here we can do is if we select both of these, and over here there's the align tool. You can also press the L key. Now I'm going to make this one the boss, so I'm going to make this, put this in charge like that, and I can now center everything on that. Brilliant. So now I've got that right in the middle. So a really simple idea to make quite a quick fidget spinner is to put some shapes around the outside. Now I'm going to make these as holes, so let's see what we've got. I suppose I could just put some hexagons in. Okay, now that to me looks a little bit big, so I'm going to say you see they're slightly different sizes because of the way the hexagon works. So I'm just going to press the shift key and I'm just going to make these a bit thinner. Now I seem to remember I need about 13 something, 13.4 or something like that. Might fit an actual hexagonal nut in there, but we'll go through this for the moment. So what I'm going to do is I want to arrange these around the outside of my fidget spinner. So I'm going to make it into a hole. Oh, didn't want to do that. I'm going to select this and make it into a hole. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and this, and then I'm going to make this the boss. Oh, didn't press the align key. I'm going to make this one the boss, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to align it to the edge here, and then I'm going to align it in the center here. So we're now just right at the edge of the fidget spinner. Well, you think that's not quite what I want. Well, the cool thing is I can now move this in, say 5mm maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now what I can do is I can say, well, actually, I want to put one on the other side as well. So I'm going to duplicate it, and by pressing Ctrl D, and I'm going to move this across to the other side. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did before, is I'm going to select my circle, I'm going to select this one here, and then I'm going to align it. But this time, I'm going to make the circle, put that in charge, and I'm going to put this over here, and you can see it's already in the center. Then I'm going to move it back 5mm just by using the arrow keys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, what's nice now is that I know these are the same distance from the edge, which is quite nice. I'm now going to select this hexagonal hole and this hexagonal hole, and I'm going to group them. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate it, and I'm going to rotate it. So I think I want to have, or shall we have, we'll see how many we can get around. So let's think about how we do it. So 60, let's try 60 degrees. Let's see what happens. Okay, now if I press Control D again, I get that, and that's starting to look quite nice. Okay, so maybe I might want to put some other designs in the center here. Okay, so let's try doing that. Let's choose another shape. Let's see if I can put that in there as well. What would look good? I think some stars would look quite nice. Now that's pretty big, so use the Shift key, and I'm going to shrink this down to maybe like that. Let's just sort of offer it up. Oh, yeah, that's about right. But I need to obviously make this 8mm thick at least. Let's make it, because it's going to be a hole, I'm just going to make it 12. And let's just move this in. Is that sort of what I want? It probably is actually. So what I'm going to, oh, Control Z to undo that, don't want to do that. So that's not looking too bad. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to now make this one into a hole, and I'm going to select that, and I'm going to select the circle here. Alright, now I'm going to align it, and I'm going to make this middle one in charge, and I'm going to put it in the center, and I'm going to just put it to the edge here. Okay, so what I'm now going to do is I'm going to move that in a number of things. So I'm going to move it up using the arrow keys, and until it looks about right. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's have a look at it. That was 6. I actually think I'm going to add it into about the middle there, because I think it looked right. So that was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'm going to say about 15. And I think that might look quite nice going around there. So again, I'm going to select this, remembering that I moved it in 15 steps. I'm going to duplicate it, Control D, and I'm going to select the circle by pressing Shift and selecting that. And then I'm going to align it. I'm going to select, put in the circle in charge, and I'm going to align it to here. And you can see it's because it's greyed out, it's already in the center there. So now I want to move this down using the arrow keys 15 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And does that look about right? It does. Okay, so let's see what it looks like. Select that one, select that one. I'm going to group it, and I'm hoping, because I'm in the middle, if I do 60 again, so if I duplicate it and then I come here and do 60, okay, and I duplicate it again, I now have some stars around the edge. Okay, now I wonder some other things I could do. Now I suppose that looks pretty good, and actually as a design I might just leave that, but I suppose there's nothing stopping me. I suppose I could put a triangle in here. Let's have a look at this. So let's put a triangle in. Now okay, it's come in the wrong way, so what I'm going to have to do is rotate it here and do that 90 degrees so it's facing that way, and then I'm just going to have to sort of size it a bit by eye, press Shift, do that maybe. Okay, so let's move, oh, that's 10 high is probably about right. Select it, I'm going to make it a hole. Do the same process again. So I've got that selected, I'm going to press Shift, press the circle, going to align it using the L key, put the circle in charge, and now go to the centre and to here. Right, so now I've got that. I could almost, this is where you might change your design. I'm going to just move it back about 4mm, I think. 1, 2. Actually, that might look okay. 3. Let's do 4. Going to duplicate it and just whiz this over to the other side. Now obviously that's the wrong way round, so what we need to do is going to turn it 180 degrees, so 180, okay, and we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to select the circle and we're going to select triangle. Oh, it's not working for me. Oh no, that works. Okay, right, so select this one and select that one. Why is that not working? This one, and press the shift key. That works like that. I'm going to align it, put this in charge, the bigger one in charge, and now we're going to line it across here. That's good. And then select it again, move it back 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I think we could do that 60 again. So now I'm going to select both triangles by pressing shift. Here we go. I'm going to group them and I'm going to now duplicate it, and I'm going to say, well, let's go for 60 again, I think. 60, okay, and press Control D, there we go. Now you can obviously come up with your own designs. It doesn't have to be a circle. We could have done that with a hexagon or a pentagon or a decagon. It's sort of up to you. But my final thing to do is to now select everything. I don't need this hole over here. That was a mistake from earlier. So let's just pressing on there, and let's draw over that. And then I'm going to group the whole thing. And hey presto, I should have a fidget spinner, which looks pretty cool. And obviously I could now change. I wonder if I've just had an idea. Just for fun, I'm going to see whether this works. I'm going to ungroup this. I'm not sure whether this will work, but it might do. Let's have a look. I always like trying things. I'm just going to select the circle and its sides there. Does the segments do anything? No, okay. I was just wondering if I could put a number of sides and suddenly make it into a pentagon or something, but I can't. So let's have another go again. Select everything, and I have my fidget spinner design. Okay, thank you for watching.